Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your reading for the week. I hope you're doing well. I'm hoping that nothing goes out because there's a lot of wind rustling about outside. Just really, heavy winter weather right now for us. So, and since I'm in the middle of nowhere, well, sometimes the utilities go out. Inclement weather. I think it's pretty much the same in the cities, right? I mean, if there's high winds and stuff. Alright, so let's pull out a card from this deck. And this is from the Book of Five Rings by, I've got to remember, Miyamoto Musashi. So, it says here, when you sacrifice your life, you must make fullest use of your weaponry. It is false not to do so, and to die with a weapon yet undrawn. Interesting. And it explains that develop your decision-making skills. We make decisions all day, every day. Good decision-making is an essential skill. When you have a life-changing decision to make, be sure to use all the weapons at your disposal. Keep calm. Give yourself some time. Think about your goals and values. Weigh up the pros and cons within the bigger picture. Talk it through with others. Put yourself in the shoes of those affected by it and consider all the outcomes. That's a lot. That's a lot. But I think, as you will see, there's some stuff coming up this week. Because I actually did the videos in reverse. I did the Monday video before this one. And this is, the Monday video is the For Everyone video, right? It's the message from Source Energy. And they're talking a lot about going into the kitty of all of your skills. Everything that you can use. And it's not certain things, it's everything. Even the stuff you don't like, why don't you like it? Okay? Is it something that happened? Can you use this to your advantage? All of that stuff comes into play. So it's really a good thing to start thinking about that, okay? In this way, in these kind of terms. Alright, so what's the energy for the week? The nurturer, the creator. Absolutely, that feels right. You're creating with all of your toolkit. And at the end of this video, I'm going to remind you that I do have a life path number. Life path numbers have their toolkits too. Okay? You have your life path number, and as tarot, if you know, you'll have fives. I'm a 5, and then I have the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups that I can use as my toolkit. Your life has everything, all of your experiences, your knowledge, everything that you know, okay? It's all your toolkit. And you can say to yourself, well, that wasn't really great, and that happened to me, all the stuff when you were young, and it kind of, took you for a loop. Well, that stuff, you can use it. All of it, okay? Some of it taught you really great lessons. And now is creation time. Just remember, I feel this as well. Sometimes you're going to feel a little bit like you're in a pressure cooker. I feel that right now there's a lot of pressure. I feel there's a lot of pressure, even not for me, but I feel there's a lot of pressure around to get things done, to get it moving, to get things, really going 100% of the time. And sometimes I feel like you just need to take one thing at a time. One thing at a time, focus, and do it really, really well. Okay? I'm going to take a little bit to drink here. And we're going to continue. It's all about doing it healthily, step by step, going the distance. Now, I'm going to look at what your block might be this week. Okay? And in case you're not aware, I am doing the Celtic Cross. I am going to be... Justice card is the block. What I feel with that, when I look at it as a Justice card, I feel like it's kind of That's the pressure I feel, right? To balance things out. The Justice card for me is always an eye for an eye, right? I call usually this card even, you know, Evan. Even Evan likes everything even, right? It's that person who, you know, will cut a piece of cake, and the other piece has to be exactly to the millimeter, okay? And everybody gets the same piece. And they're not always realizing that this person doesn't even like cake. And this person really likes cake. And that person wouldn't mind if that person had their piece of cake. But no, it has to be like this, and everybody has to have their piece of cake. Okay? So what happens with the Justice card is I feel that it has no room to breathe. Breathe. Expansion. Okay? It's like when people tell you have so many things to do and you got to get it done in that time. And instead of doing those 3 things, you want to do 2 things really, really well. Some people won't give you the credit for doing 2 things really, really well, right? All they see is that you were assigned 3 things and those 3 things are not done. It doesn't matter if they're subpar. It doesn't matter if it's not as good as it can be. Those 3 things were assigned and that's what you had to do, okay? So right now, in your mind, you're creating things. Some of them may be working out and you're following through, and some of them may be put aside for maybe a later date that you're going to put some more energy into it. But right now, I feel like your mind is probably making you feel like you're not accomplishing enough. Okay? So let's see what's at the foundation. What's down here? Okay? What's your foundation this week? Ooh, and it really annoys me when that happens. Here we go. I have 2 cards. You have the Proclaimer, which is the Hierophant. So this could be a person who, the Hierophant is usually, you know, seen like somebody who holds all the wisdom. So with this Justice card, it could be somebody who has a certain set path. It could be you. I feel it could be you. See, a lot of this has to do with traditions and belief. You know, the magic book of the keys to everything that you need to know. Okay? Wisdom and stuff like that. But sometimes we get stuck in those traditions and belief system and that knowledge. Like I said, you need to accomplish these 3 things, and that's what you're set out to do. Okay? And then if you don't accomplish those 3 things, then you're seen as lazy or slow or etc. Okay? It's not seen as, well, this person is giving these things her complete attention and she's killing it. Okay? Instead, they're seen as, you know, why can't you accomplish? Why can't you do all of that? So you end up on the defensive, okay? Either by somebody else or yourself. This could be somebody who's silently judging you, or you're just judging yourself. Thinking, why can't I do everything? Why can't I get it done? Why can't I be regimented? You know, like sometimes I feel like that. Why can't I just get it all done when I'm supposed to? Why am I always like slowing down and doing something different and wanting to do something better and really immerse myself in the experience rather than just getting it done? Who cares, right? So this kind of stuff happens. But you have to remember the first card, right? Develop your decision-making skills, but also remember everything that you are putting into play, okay? The 2 things that you're working on, and I'm just talking like, you know, I'm talking in general, whatever your life looks like. The two things that you're working on, you may be pulling out all the tools from the toolbox, the old tools, the new tools, the tools that didn't work, the tools that did work. You are pulling everything out to make this, mwah, you know, wonderful, great chef's kiss. Okay? So, but part of you is trying to defend that too, right? I don't know. I feel like there's a pull and a push and pull here. Either that you're feeling it, you're judging yourself, or it comes from something else. Okay, so you have the Six of Swords at your top. Yeah, and I feel that this, the Six of Swords in reverse, is telling me the story that it's making this transition very hard for you. And because it's at the top here, I always feel like it's above, at the mind. It's the block that keeps on giving. Okay? So, we make decisions all day, every day. Good decision making is an essential skill. When you have a life-changing decision to make, be sure to use all the weapons at your disposal. Keep calm, give yourself some time. Think about your goals and values. See, this is a way. Keep your, goals and values. Weigh the pros and cons within the bigger picture. It's not just weighing stuff. It's weighing in the bigger picture. Talk it through with others. Put yourself in the shoes of those affected by it and consider all the outcomes, okay? That's exactly it. I feel that it's a week of just weighing things in and figuring it out and doing it at the speed. Doing it at the speed that you want to. Okay, so let's see here, the before. What's come before? What's been, going on? Crown of Wands. Yeah. Before, maybe you've been taking the lead on things, okay? Somebody who just took the lead. I took it, and I went with it, and I did it. And that's it. Okay? Didn't have a problem before. Just did what I needed to do. Absolutely. And this may be the problem part, because now you're taking your time, because something inside of you is like telling you, you've got to take your time. You can't rush through this. And I feel that's what's coming in. I can't rush through this anymore. I have to take the time and do it the way I'm supposed to do it, properly and with passion and intention. I feel like you're acting like an editor. You know what I mean? You've written the book, you've done the book, but instead of rushing through it, you really want to go back through it. You're not just correcting the mistakes in the words. You want to feel the soul of the sentences, how they flow, if they flow, okay? And that's ticking off your publisher. Your publisher just wants it so that they can publish it or, get it out there. Or somebody, even yourself, you want to self-publish and it's bugging you, but something is holding you back and saying, take your time, okay? I think what's happening here, though, is that you may be scared that when you take your time and look at things, you may either A, change your mind, or have to redo too much so that the picture ends up being so different than what you had previously done. Yeah. So what's coming up is who I like to call Fierce Fred, I think, is what I call him. Fierce Fred with friend or foe. Okay? This is the Five of Wands. Somebody who's either got solutions or creates more problems. So, I don't know which one it's going to be. I will be pulling clarifiers for this after I've pulled all the cards. Just to put more, I don't know, to get more from it. Yeah. You see, how others see you right now, and I'm seeing the Eight of Vessels. Look at that. It's like a vase with a piece missing. And it's so funny that comes in. Because all the pieces are there. You have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But in order to be the Nine of Cups, that's piece right there. The Nine of Cups, which is feeling grateful, blessed, and at ease, sitting in gratitude and completion. there's that piece missing. So that's like what I said. You're editing it, you've got it, you should be ready to just publish it. All the thing has been corrected, but something in you knows that you need to do one more thing. And others feel it. Others are seeing it, okay? They know, they see you like, what are you looking for? What are you trying to get past? Okay? All right. What you're seeing is the wheel. The wheel is a cycle. You know you're at a place where the wheel is going to turn and something's going to happen. But everybody knows the Wheel of Fortune does not guarantee everything's going to be great. That's your hope with the Wheel of Fortune. You spin it going, I'm rolling the dice and hoping everything works out great. But where we're at this part, sometimes it's just the fact that we love something, we want to do it so right, we want everything to work out so well, that when we finally get to the point where it's time to do things or to get it moving forward, we almost don't want to. I'm going to tell you why, and I understand this. Because before you do it, you have the hope and the belief that everything's going to work out, right? You ever get to that? You do stuff and you're going, everything's going to be fantastically well. And everybody suffers sometimes from these things. We do them and they don't always meet up to our expectations. Things happen and it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't really get to the point where you want it to. And the thing is with that, is that until you publish the book or start the course that you're going to be giving or the YouTube channel or anything that you're doing, okay, start the relationship, all of your hopes and dreams and success are intact. Right at this moment before you go, you still have everything. You're still completely succeeding. Everything is going to plan. And then the what ifs set in. And that can be from seeing others fail, from having had your own, or at least what you think are failures, which in fact are just experiences in life. Just learning. And we hold so much on the ultimate goal of what we call success in our minds that it kind of ruins the process. To the point that even when we do succeed, we're afraid that we're going to stop succeeding somehow. It's all going to get taken away. Some of us have this big, big, big problem. When what we should be doing is looking at all our toolkit, all our skill set, and just really enjoy every single moment of the creative process. Not making one step more important than the other. But we're at this point where we know we're at a turning point and everything kind of hangs in the balance, right? Everything hangs in the balance. And right now, I don't know if it's because you're afraid that it's not going to work out, or there's something deep inside of you knows that you need to do just a little more before you are to turn the page on that it's causing you this missing piece syndrome that's coming in. Okay? So let's look at your hopes and fears, although I feel we've been talking about your hopes and fears through this entire reading, Pisces. Okay? Yeah. You hope you're going to be able to hold on to all the stuff that you've succeeded at so far, you know? It's like I said, you've created the book, you've done the thing, you've done this, this, and you're going, I've got so much here already in the bag. I've got the written word, I have the story, I have the outline, I have the passion that's poured into it. I'm going to double check it and triple check it and do all of that. I've got the perfect book cover, I have everything. I know this is a beautiful story, and you're kind of you're trying to hold on to something, that feeling that it's worthy, you know, that it's valuable. You're trying to hold on to that value, but you're holding on too tightly. You're afraid that somehow it's going to get lost. It's going to get dashed. Things aren't going to work out. So let's see what the outcome. You're kind of working against yourself this week, I would say. Okay? You have the Eight of Wands, but it's in reverse. So whether or not it's upright or reverse, the Eight of Wands is a very positive card. Okay? But it's a card of swiftness. And because it's in reverse, that ultimately means that that's going to be slowed down. And I feel that's what the outcome is. Because of this kind of energy coming in, there's a lot of slowing down happening. Okay? There's a lot of slowing down happening. So I'm going to take these cards and we're going to see what source energy has to say here. What kind of advice it can give you on each card. Okay? So creation is you are in creation. You're in creation mode. You're creating your everyday life happiness. I love that the Six of Pentacles is in the back. All right, so the High Priestess wanted to just come out and play. And the High Priestess is this. The High Priestess is trust your inner wisdom, being receptive, meditate, trust your higher self, enjoy the process, okay? And trust yourself, be quiet and listen to your dreams. Not listen to that little voice telling you everything that could go wrong or everything that's going to go wrong or, you know, what if. It's listening to your dreams. And seek the answers within yourself. I always tell people, when you do something, would you do it even if you just did it for yourself? And if the answer is yes, you'll never fail at anything. You accomplish it for yourself. And I know it's easier said than done because expectations is such a word that is so always in our vocabulary. We live with it every day. We expect something, right? But what if you were just proud that you actually got something done and did it your very best? Okay? All right, so the block, the Justice card, the Even Evan. How about instead of trying to make everything even, how about making everything a celebration instead? Okay? How about when you get a result, let's say you finished editing a page in a book that you're publishing, to celebrate yourself. You finish a chapter and you read it and you go, mwah, it's gorgeous. Treat yourself, okay? Make yourself a sumptuous cup of coffee. Sit with another book or give yourself some time off, okay? To really be happy with what you've done. Really live with the creation of what you've done. Too many times we just jump into things and we just try to find the next problem that we can solve. Sometimes there is no problem to solve. Maybe there is nothing to even out. All you really need to do is take the time to congratulate yourself for a job well done, right? To be grateful that you've harmonized to your dreams. All right, so let's take a look at this. Again, you have the Hermit, you have the beautiful High Priestess talking to you. The Hermit wants you to shine your light from within. Instead of defending that light, why don't you just embrace the light, okay? Embrace who you are, okay? All of this, again, coming into play. It's an essential skill. Be sure to use all your weapons. Some time to think about your goals, your values, the pros, the cons, within the bigger pictures, okay? what other people putting themselves in their shoes, seeing both sides of the fence, that kind of stuff, okay? Get the insight from within. Shine the light from within. Everything that makes you who you are. And instead of defending it, shine bright with it, okay? Shine bright. Shine your light. All right, so up here is the problem of not being able to try. It's the Six of and the Eight of Wands in reverse. They're kind of speaking to me of just a non-start, okay? It's paralysis of some sort. And we've got to get past that. Yeah. So, focus on the creation. Don't be so hard on yourself or judging and going, ooh, you know, I haven't crossed the bridge. I haven't crossed the bridge because I've been, you know, rereading that chapter and doing stuff. Don't worry about it, okay? Focus on creating that beautiful thing that you're doing, okay? You need to read it. You need to do it again. Don't try to rush things to make them happen, okay? That's the other part. I feel that part of you is afraid of moving forward in case that the feeling is going to change. But part of you, I feel that you're criticizing yourself harshly because you just want to do a little more. You want to, instead of producing 3, you want to really do well at 2, right? Make them the best they can be. So there's 2 different kind of things happening here. I hope you're still following me. So in the past, like I said, it was I took the lead and I did it. There were decisions you made and you made them. Now, this is a voice inside your head talking about the past, okay? The Page of Swords. He's the one telling you, well, you did it before, why can't you do it again, okay? But he's young, he's dumb. I shouldn't say that, but it's true. He's the kind of guy who's got enough information, but enough information to make you feel bad about yourself, if you know what I mean, right? I feel sometimes that it's the child in you that's whining in the background, telling you of all the things that you're not doing right. And I think that sometimes the thing about taking control and to being a leader in certain situations is that those situations were different. Or maybe you've learned from that situation that maybe taking the lead and rushing it or doing it quickly was maybe not the thing for you. Maybe it's not the thing for this particular situation. So you have in the future the Five of Wands. Again, is it friend? Is it foe? Like, what is holding you back, right? So you have to find which one it is with the Ace of Wands. You got to find which one it is. Are you being held back because of a non-start, because you're afraid of taking that next step, okay, like this? Or are you doing it because you really want to focus on the things that you want to accomplish? You just want to get it done in a certain way, and it's just not enough time, and you don't have enough space. And now you want to get it done at your speed, your space, and with the right kind of focus. So you got to figure out which one. Is it a friend or a foe? The friend would be doing it meticulously the way you want to. The foe would be the one where you are afraid to move forward. So you have to figure out which one it is. Okay? So how others see you. Okay. The Temperance card comes in with the Eight of Vessels. Like, they're seeing you as somebody who has one piece missing to be the Nine of Cups. That beautiful, grateful Gabe sitting there all happy with himself, you know, usually. You're just sitting there going, oh, there's something missing. So the Spirit is saying, look, you have to find the happy medium. My mother used to say that all the time. The happy medium, the balance. You have to have patience with yourself. You have to understand that sometimes things are going to happen to trigger you like this. To make you feel like, oh, there's something. I'm just off. I'm feeling off. But it's also the card of patience. It's also the card of meditation. And it's also the card of just moderation. Okay? I love that. Moderation, which means take the time you need to figure out what's going on. Okay? All right. So, how you see yourself, the Wheel of Fortune, you know you're turning the page. And I feel that they know that you know that they want you to feel grateful, happy, and harmonious regardless of what happens. They want you to feel harmony within yourself, going, it's going to be okay. I can balance out. I can just come together with this energy and make it turn out okay, regardless of what happens. Remember, everything in your toolkit is here to help you. Even when you stumble, you know to watch out where you're walking. Okay? So, for the Four of Pentacles, that holding on so tightly to something because you don't want to lose it. Okay? You don't want to lose it. Could be forcing yourself to do those three things when you really want to put energy into two. So you're holding on too tightly and you're doing it anyway, and you're losing at just hanging on so tightly to old ways of doing things, okay? It's time to take control with the Chariot. It's time to take control of that vehicle within you and say, look, if I'm sitting here, I'm sitting here. If I'm driving, I'm driving. It's a different way of looking at the leader, but also the Chariot. There is also a part of the Chariot is that the Chariot is a very competent person. But sometimes I find that people under the 7, they don't think they're competent. And that's always been strange for me. That's always strange. They know it, but it's like, I don't know, they don't trust it. It's a very strange thing. So you are very competent in your life, and you have to believe in yourself. You can't hold on to things because this is showing you to feel like you're insecure about the choices that you make. That if you make a wrong choice, you're going to lose everything, and that's not trusting yourself. So you have to take the reins in this and be competent with your life. Okay? And you're going to say, Jane, how do I do that? Believe in yourself. You've created all of this so far, right? You've made it to this point so far in your life. You must have made some really decent decisions and choices to get here. You've left things. You've left probably people. You've gone out on your own, or you've accomplished some stuff. Go ahead and name some stuff that you've accomplished. Show me how accomplished you are in the comment section right now. Tell me everything that you have accomplished in your life. And then I want you to reread it. Write it and reread it. Reread it to yourself as many times as it takes for you to realize that you can trust yourself. All right, so you have the 7 of Wands that came in. Once again, it came in here. Okay? So the reason you are not moving ahead is that you are feeling a real sense of defending yourself in what matters right now. Okay? I think that the challenges that are coming in are making you either feel defensive, like I said, or they're making you persevere. And, I'm going to tell you right now, this 8 is not as important. It's not the negative that you think it is. It isn't. It's just saying that you're taking your time. Okay? You're taking your time because right now you're at the 7 of Wands. You're on that hill and you're defending what you believe in. You sense a threat, and maybe you're just thinking that forces might be working against you, and you need to deal with that as well. Maybe it's from past experiences, but you need to deal with it. Everything that you're learning and dealing with right now is all a learning experience for you. Every single one. So I'm going to take one last card, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to take it from Soul Coaching, I do believe. No, that's This is Intuitive Whispers. Let's take a look at Intuitive Whispers, see what we can get here. Okay, one last card here. Fill up your cup. There's the Ace of Cups. It's so beautiful. Okay. And there's a number 32, number 5. Fives are hard. Fives are learning. Fives are Hierophant. Okay. Fives are wisdom. It's learning. It's putting things into play. But don't forget to fill yourself up. Okay? Fill yourself up. Don't talk nasty to yourself. Don't hold yourself hostage with your thoughts. And don't hold yourself beholden to expectations of others or what's expected. Do your best work. Do it from a passionate and a heart-filled place that fills you every day. So even if you haven't finished anything, like I said, if you've revised that chapter and it just sounds and is beautiful, then be happy. If you've accomplished 2 of the things out of the 3 that you've, and you've done it. You've like knocked it out of the park. Okay? That fills you in a way that accomplishment won't. The stuff that you've done is the accomplishment that you feel. It's not the end gold. I put a D there, but it isn't the end goal to what you're trying to do. The end goal is finishing your day going, I did a lot today and I did it well. I did it my way and I did it without feeling guilty about it. You're going to be known as somebody who does quality things, not only quality things, who utilizes everything around them to make it so. The challenges, the blessings, everything. And that's what you're trying to accomplish this week, my beautiful Pisces. I'm sorry if this ran long, but this is great. Please watch tomorrow's reading because this comes in with this. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about things that Spirit came in to tell you, the things that you can use to your advantage this week. And always to help you move forward. Thank you so much for being here. Over here is Life Path number tarot. Click on that. If you haven't been there already, suggest you go. It'll explain to you how to find your Life Path number. And you can also subscribe there. And over here is a playlist of Pisces readings that maybe you'd like to watch again. Or if you haven't watched, find connection with. Thank you so much. Have a great week. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.